When we talk with our Lord in the light of His word, what a glory He sheds on our way. While we do His good will, He abides with us still, and with all who we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Dear brothers and sisters, in our gospel reading of this Mass, Matthew chapter 6, verse 24 to 34, Jesus decided to teach us something very profound, something that will help us to navigate our lives here on earth. Jesús sigo enseñándonos cosas maravillosas sobre cómo se puede navegar las cosas de esta tierra. The topic on worry. Very pertinent. He began by telling us to serve only one master. That we need to serve God and not Mammon. Que hemos de tener nuestra confianza más en Dios. No se puede seguir dos maestros. Confianza in our God. Very, very powerful. And he began to tell us not to worry about the things of this world. And we know, as human beings, we do worry. In philosophy, we say that the human person is a contingent being. Una persona contingente. We worry because we cannot provide answers to all questions. We cannot provide solution to all problems. We cannot provide sufficient insight to all mysteries. Because of that, we worry. Parents worry about their children. Young people worry about their future. Workers worry about their job. Priests worry about the salvation of their parishioners and people who come around them. Preocupamos siempre. Hay esta tendencia in nosotros. When a parishioner is sick, the priest is sick. You are worried. And more importantly, about the salvation of the souls of your parishioners. But Jesus is not underestimating this worry, but rather he's telling us not to allow it to consume us and not to place it above what God can do. God can handle all situations. And I wish to just give 3 things that will help you. Help me, help you in these aspects of our lives. Las preocupaciones de esta vida. The first thing that can help us spiritually is to know that God knows what we are going through. Psalm 139, He knows us through and through. Even before we come to prayer, the Lord knows what keeps us awake at night. El Señor sabe. Tenemos que saber que Él conoce nuestra realidad. Therefore, we need to invite Him, not to hide from Him, but to have a relationship with Him, because He knows our worries and He can take care of our situations. The Heavenly Father knows. Él conoce. Y Él está siempre pendiente de todos nosotros. In the second place, worry cannot change tomorrow. No matter how you worry about tomorrow, it cannot change the situation. Rather, it's God that changes about tomorrow. You may be worrying about so many things. Some of us, in our reaching the age we are today, there may have been times in our lives you are so worried about something, and later on, the whole thing resolved so beautifully. You may be thinking, I'm troubled with this, and who knows about my health situation? And you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, Benedict, you are well. Mira, los resultados. Pero estabas preocupándote, voy a morir. So God knows. Somebody said, very interestingly, tomorrow, worry cannot empty tomorrow of its troubles, but worry can empty today of its strength. Worry cannot empty tomorrow of its troubles, but empties today of its strength. Therefore, beloved, we need to surrender tomorrow to our God. Preciously, Jesus said in verse 24 of this beautiful chapter 6 of Matthew's Gospel, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Let the today's trouble be sufficient for the day. Yesterday has gone. Tomorrow we do not know. What we have is today. The canticle of the spiritual life of the saints. Today, hoy. Tú estarás conmigo en el paraíso. What we have is today. St. Augustine, and then later on, St. Padre Pio, they admonish us that yesterday, the past, you need to commend it to the mercy of God. Today, to the love of God. Tomorrow, to the providence of God. El pasado, a la misericordia de Dios. A presente, al amor de Dios. El futuro, a la providencia de nuestro Dios. Thirdly, remember that God has shown you favor in the past, and He will do it again. Remember the favors you have received from God in the past, and see what He is going to do now and in the future. He has done it before. You can ask Monsignor Eze. You can ask Father Hal, Father Javier, Father Arinze. You can ask Fernando de todos los días. Ask them. They will tell you the Lord has been faithful in the past, and He will also be faithful in our lives today. Remember what the Lord has done in the past, and He will continue to do it in the future. During the GDF campaign, Father Javier did tell us about how he came into this country. In tears, he narrated his story. The father, when he came, even going to school, he needed to go in secret with his rosary, telling the Blessed Mother Mary, protect me this day. And the Blessed Mother Mary and the saints and angels interceded for him. Today, Father Javier is the rector of the highest academic and spiritual institution of the Diocese of San Bernardino. Alguien que iba a la escuela Mateo, él iba a la escuela Padre Javier escondiéndose, pero ahora él es un rector, un presidente de una universidad más importante de la diócesis de San Bernardino. I have a niece, Fezechi, who will always tell me, Father Ben, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Lo que el Señor no puede hacer, no existe. Que este sea nuestra confianza. May this be our confidence in having only one master, our God, and He will do it.